Good morning, San Antonio. Now, the Where's Cleto Show with Vanessa Martin. Join Cleto and Vanessa for a dash of San Antonio spirit. From foods and entertainment, destinations and more, sharing laughs and local stories with you. Tune in live on location, where San Antonio's heart beats the loudest. The Where's Cleto Show with Vanessa Martin, keeping it San Antonio.
Okay, here we go. There we go.
2, 1.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome, San Antonio, to another episode of Where's Cleto with Tammy
Cantu.
Good
Good morning, everyone.
That's right. Tammy Cantu's in with us this morning on this beautiful Good Friday. Good Friday, all you folks that celebrate Good Friday, and for those of you, though, good payday. All right, so I want to just tell you guys good morning.
Open and honest
we have
comments started.
Wonderful show. And again, for all the surrounding areas, you know who you are: Japan, London, and Seguin. All right, it's always Seguin with Tammy. For whatever reason, our exes live in Seguin, I guess.
No, I don't have any exes in Seguin.
So we want to go ahead, and we got a nice show for you tonight. And again, as you can tell, we're matching. We collaborated. We said, like, you know what?
No. He called me, or no, he texted me 5 minutes and said, wear something pink.
I said, I'm wearing pink and jeans. And you go, okay, I'm on my way. And you're like, okay, cool. And then
so are we matching? That looks good.
Yeah, we're matching,
right?
Yeah. Except
we look very Easter.
We do. Yeah, okay. We look like two cascarons, except one of us is bigger than the other. So, but not only that would be me. Okay. No, don't freak out. It's not
Angel
you.
already told me today that I could probably lose some weight this morning.
He did not.
Yeah. Don't start. Okay.
Folks, first of all,
perspective.
Angel is in the audience, and as a good Catholic that he is, he's eating menudo and fried steak. So, Angel. I mean, it's like, yeah. He's doing a great job, as well as Lisa Bonani. We got a good little crowd. Guy Buckner was nice enough to save the spot for us this morning. And, and then, of course, Command Center's here. Nathaniel Villarreal's in the house, everybody on the 1 and 2. And, one of the things I really enjoy the most about Easter, on the corner, besides eating, is the fact that, you get to spend time with family you haven't seen in, like, the year before.
Since the year before.
Yeah. It's like the only time you see them is that one time a year, and you catch up. Like, what are some good, before I get to that, I got to get to yesterday. I was the celebrity judge for Selena's contest at Wilson Elementary.
Fantastic. How was it?
Let's just put it this way. I went to bed with bitty bitty bomb in my hair. In my head, and como la flor, and let me tell you something. I've never seen so many little Selenas, and I've never seen so many little Selenas in all different shapes and sizes.
Okay.
They just came in and they belted out some of the best Selena songs. They even had a little guy there singing, one of Selena's songs. He knocked it out of the park.
So it was a talent show?
It was like a talent show, but it was all Selena. Okay. It was all dedicated to Selena.
Okay, well, that's expected then.
But this is the fun part. When I got there, and it was they told me, hey, by the way, we're going to start at 6:00, and our electricity's out.
Okay.
So the electricity was out.
How did that work out?
Well, these little kids the only light they had was coming in from the outside window, like the blinds.
Okay.
And I was blessed at heart. I got one eye, so I'm like this, trying hard to look at that dark stage, trying to look at what's going on, and I'm like, oh my goodness, is she wearing a purple outfit? I can't even tell.
Yeah.
But it was so interesting because finally when this girl said, como la flor, and then all of a sudden it just stopped, and then the lights went on. It was like perfect timing, and I was like, and Let There Be Light, and I was just like, sweet. So then after that, it was fun. I mean, it was like you got to see. I mean, I don't know, the energy and the light just brought them all out. So do you have a favorite Selena song?
Oh God, all of them.
All of songs?
We need to get Peppa to play some Selena music so we can dance during the show instead of Christmas music still playing.
He's got Pepe. I know you're watching from home, and Tammy is. I like me some Christmas music.
I like to dance, so yeah, we're still playing Christmas.
She wants Suavemente over
there
here
you
in the
go.
morning, and she wants a little bean and cheese. She wants a little Suavemente with her bean and cheese. Suavemente.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like, all right, let's go ahead.
I'm a mover.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite Selena song? That's it?
Como la flor.
I was kind of the girl. I was trying to get. I want to get the one who won on here, but of course, she's in school and we're and it's Good Friday and then we're heading out of town. But there's so many different songs of hers. I did not know. Now that y'all gonna kill me, Selena fans, don't kill me.
Oh my! What did you not know about
I did not know that she came out with 2 mainstream English songs. I did not know that. I thought it was the same song.
Yes.
I thought I'm Dreaming of You and I Can Fall in Love was the same song.
No. We're not friends anymore, Cleto. How do you not know that from San Antonio?
Well, I found out last night that they were not the same song. And I'm thinking, wow, I did not know she came out with 2 songs. That was pretty interesting. That was a nugget.
She was coming out with her own album before everything went down.
Yeah. I was
she was
kind of
turning over, and could you imagine her career? What that would have been from going?
She would be over. She would have took over Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh, wait. I don't know about that one.
No.
Don't talk about Taylor like that. Taylor is rocking it.
Taylor is bigger than this generation.
Yes.
Bigger than Madonna.
Put in the comments, sir. Put in the comments. You can't see you, can't hear you. Come on. And just try to keep it. It makes it look weird when we're on here and it's like we're talking. What?
We got a live audience.
I know we got a live audience, but we got to play to this thing right here.
Okay.
And then the comments is where they come in here and say, "Hey," and then Angel put a book in there, and then that's it. Hey, look, Red Wolves are in the house.
Good morning.
Now it's a party, folks. I mean, we're just really getting an audience, but we do love Angel. And Angel really, I heard, killed it last week at his wrestling.
Let's talk about that.
Well, I wasn't there. Nathaniel was there.
Oh, okay.
And Nathaniel's like, now he's like, getting Bruiser Brody at his house. He's getting all these shirts now. Yeah. Wahoo McDaniel and all the old school. But he don't know nothing about the Junction. I don't know if Nathaniel knows anything about the Junction. You remember the Junction, Nathaniel? See?
Yeah.
See? He was a little babe back in the bassinet. Angel, you know about the Junction, right? Angel?
The Junction?
Yes.
From the downtown?
From Blanco.
Where they used to wrestle, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's Southwest Championship.
Yeah. Scott Casey.
Oh, man, he was one of my favorites.
I had a dream.
Right here.
This was 80.
82, 83, around there.
Yeah.
I wasn't even born yet.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Little Miss, let's talk about it. She wasn't even alive then.
I was born in 84, so
That's
yeah.
the year I graduated from high school.
Oh my.
We're really finding out a lot about everybody. And what we're finding out is how old everybody is.
I turned 40 next
I mean,
month.
Nathaniel didn't even know he was still in the bassinet. You were over there you were still on the Cheech, Tammy. I don't know what's going
I
on.
wasn't even out yet.
Oh my goodness. And then, I feel old. I asked this the other day. And I don't know if I asked you or it was Vanessa. I said, do you remember growing up? Because my wife and I had this conversation. Do you remember growing up dyeing hard-boiled eggs for kids to hunt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My wife goes, I go, you're taking all the fun out of it. She goes, do you have any hard-boiled eggs money to go ahead because the eggs are expensive?
But that's like the old school way they did Easter eggs is the hard boiled.
Hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, and then just hit each other with it, even though they don't crack or maybe.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Thank you so much.
I remember back when we used to do it that way.
Yeah.
Old school. And then they got all fancy and made all these different things where you can color them, and they made us lazy. Let's just say that.
You color them, then you put stickers on them.
Yeah, but now it's lazy because you can buy a machine that does it for you.
Right.
takes all the fun out
Yeah,
of decorating.
true. See, kids don't know what it feels like to go ahead and get dye all over your hands.
The real
They
stuff.
don't know what it feels like to have blue and green colors all over your hands. Going to school the next day, hey, you don't take a bath? No, I took a bath. It's just that this doesn't come off for about a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That dye, I don't know what kind of dye they use, but that
it was
dye,
real dye, and now
that
they
was
have
real
to
dye.
make everything washable
That's
to
true.
be accepted. You know how that goes.
Yes, everything has to be washable
Yeah.
and edible because crayons, kids eat crayons.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Kids eat everything.
I want my crayon to taste like, sushi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great idea. Edible
Sushi.
crayons.
Sushi. Why sushi? Why not
Well,
like a taco?
it could have been an omelet, or something. Anyway.
Okay.
Do you have any special, traditions that y'all grew up with that others may not have had?
Cascarones.
Okay, others have heard of cascarones.
That's like a big. What other tradition
Well,
do we
I'm
have?
just saying. I'm just. I don't know. I have a friend of mine that makes egg rolls on New Year's Eve. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like anything out of the ordinary, anything weird.
When we were kids, like our house was the party house for years. Where we would
I believe
have
that with your family.
everything, but
Yes.
then it stopped. So
Look,
that was
your house. Look, I'm telling you right now, Tammy, back in the day when she was married,
lived in heaven.
Literally. And yeah, for real.
In heaven.
She invited me to a couple of get-togethers that they had. And let me tell you something. They throw us bread. When they say they're going to barbecue, they barbecue. They throw it all out there. I mean, I honestly, I could not. I don't think I went through everything she had there.
Remember the crack dip?
Yeah.
The crack dip with the fruits.
Gosh.
You can't go wrong with that. It's just like crack.
It's exactly right.
Yeah, it's very addicting.
And then that's what we want to kick the show off. Talk about crack on Good Friday.
Oh,
so,
goodness.
hey, look who made it. Caballero's in the house. She's, we had a lady yesterday.
Yeah.
Speaking of Caballero, she goes, I remember seeing you at the bakery. I didn't know what she was talking
You
about.
Bakery?
Yeah,
Never.
Go figure. And I was like, that's outlawed to me, ma'am. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so I wind up doing that. So, oh, look at that.
Oh, I love it.
For both of you.
Oh, thank you very much.
I've been absent because I've been busy, guys.
Look at
We
this.
appreciate you.
We got a little bunny from Caballero.
It matches us. No, this one matches you, and that one
Doesn't match anything.
I like it.
I like it too.
I love it. I love it.
Piggy bank? What is this?
I don't know.
Chocolate bunny?
God, I hope so.
Yeah. So now, do you go crazy with chocolates on Easter?
Just depends. I'm picky with my chocolate.
Okay.
I'm picky, so I will eat. I'm hoping to taste on Easter some.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna eat either way.
I myself, I'm big. We made a mistake one time putting chocolate candies in the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And we had put the eggs out before everyone got there.
So it was melted.
They were all melted by the time
Come on. No, the
kids
weather
got
should
'em.
be good though.
Now you would think that the kids would not eat them. Oh, you think? No, they ate them.
They're still gonna eat them.
They didn't look like an egg anymore. It looked like, piece of flat sausage. I mean, it was
But
crazy,
kids
but
don't care during
they don't.
Easter. It's fine, and that shouldn't matter, right?
should not matter. But when we come back, guys, we're gonna take a commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit about what's trending,
Yeah.
and we're gonna talk a little bit about how to handle. We're gonna talk about families and get-togethers, and there's a.
I don't know what to do. Who do I call?
Do you know what it's like to be injured and helpless? Do you appreciate it when someone does not accept responsibility for an accident that they caused? I don't. And I don't back down from a fight. I will not stand by and watch my client suffer, so nothing you can say or do will stop me from getting my client the money they deserve. I've taken on many cases like this one, and trust me when I say, you're no different. No more negotiating. My client will get compensated for their injuries so they can get back to what matters most, Serious injuries require a serious lawyer. At Marco Crawford Law, we are serious about getting you justice.
I remember you from the bakery. The bakery, Caballero? She goes, yeah, you were there. And I was like, okay. So
Microphone will be on during the video for the practice part.
okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back, everybody. You're looking at Where's Cleto with Tammy Cantu this morning.
Yes.
That's right.
I'm back.
She is back, and she is better than ever. And again, we've been to catch you up a little bit. We got to do a quick roll call, see who's on here, see what you guys got going on. If you have any crazy Easter traditions, and welcome and Good Friday to you guys. So who do we have here?
Let's move this. I
just
don't
gotta
do
scroll
an
down.
Apple device.
Okay, see.
Yeah, you see.
What do you mean you have?
I don't mess with
you have a whole phone, and you can just scroll up here.
Okay, so we have Bob Stewart. Good
Bob
morning,
Stewart from Buffalo.
Bob.
Bob, don't go anywhere, Buffalo. Who?
Look, why isn't it moving for me?
You gotta go. You gotta
don't
go.
have issues.
There you go with two fingers.
Freshman's on. Good morning, love. It was so good seeing you last night, as always.
Where were you at last night?
I was at Monroe's 60th.
Oh,
It was
that's
amazing.
right. The
Look
DM
at this. Why am I
DM
happy?
magazine.
Yeah, everybody
You know
was
what?
there. I thought, you
Never
know,
mind.
you
Let me
help me with
let me
this
do it. Here.
computer.
You go like
I'm having
this.
some issues.
You go like, okay, you have to like this, right?
Yeah,
And then you
look
go
at
like
this.
that. Okay, go ahead.
Chris, Celita, look, what is Celine?
Salinitas or
Salinitas.
yes.
80, good morning.
80 Snipes, Bob Stewart.
Ron, good morning. God bless as well. Yolanda, good morning. She talked about the junction.
Oh, nice.
Gina, good morning, Gina.
All right.
We're trying to figure out this computer. It's got to be an easier way, right?
Okay, I think we're good.
We're good.
Yeah, that's it right there. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. And
Trending.
we're going to find out what's trending right now. And right now we're going to jump into something that's trending, and it trends every year. And it's at Brackenridge Park. For those of you that are watching on the Where's Cleto with Vanessa Martin page, you will get a chance to see exactly some of the footage that we caught at Brackenridge.
You gotta love everybody.
Yeah, look at
so everybody's really setting up at the
they
park.
set up. See this right here, this footage. We got that in February.
Stop it.
That's why people have been camping out there since February. I mean, people camp out there like
they're
crazy.
about that life
They're
out
about
there,
that life.
and it's been.
I mean, they got tables chained up, and
yes,
you know, I mean, it's like
set up the fans.
They got teepees there. You know, forget the canopies. Yeah,
up with those teepees.
The kayaks and everything. Like, hey, you can't go kayaking in the river. It's like it's only 2 feet. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
If that,
yeah. So, did you ever spend time at Brack on Easter?
No.
No, yeah, we didn't either.
No,
we did. Actually, I went to Easter at a friend's Easter. His family was at Brack, and I went one time. And I tell you what, it was so many people out there.
It's busy. It's like fiesta during Easter.
They were trying to have a softball game in the middle of like 3 families. You know, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Along with dominoes?
Yes.
Along with volleyball?
Yes.
You know, all of
along
that.
with bumper cars. I mean, whatever. They had everything out there you could think of. And horseshoes. They had checkers. I mean, like for us, we got a volleyball court set up, and then we're going to take that down and play kickball.
Okay, that sounds like at your house.
Yeah, it's at our house.
How fun.
And amongst other games that we come up with and stuff. I mean, some fun games.
Good.
But we like to, make it interesting. I mean, everyone comes to our house now, which is cool. We love it. We got,
it's convenient.
It's convenient. And well, it's convenient for us.
Of course.
It's a little out of the ways for everybody else, but it's worth the shot. I mean, you don't have to clean or anything like that. So that's cool.
Yes.
I got my kids for that. So,
yes, they're getting older.
They are getting older, yeah. But so what's trending is also
I'm going to talk about the Easter hare.
Easter hare. Okay, talk to me.
So it's originally played by the role of a judge and evaluating whether kids are good or disobedient. Is that Christmas? It's like more like Santa Claus,
That is
right?
more like Santa Claus, yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about like Easter bunny stories.
Okay.
Tell me about your Easter bunny. I'm sorry, there's some Easter bunnies. I'm a little weirdo with when I was a kid. I was scared of like clowns and stuff. There are some Easter bunnies that were scary.
Yes.
And that's traumatic if you have to sit on the lap of that Easter bunny.
The only bunny I liked was Bugs Bunny. That's the only bunny I liked.
Okay, I would
Bugs
have to agree.
I was the only one I hung out with. That one looked like he liked to have a cigar and just a little cognac. And he was good, you know, like he looked like a jokester to me.
Yeah.
That's why I guess I kind of went more toward.
But I'm talking about the Easter bunny.
Yeah, the Easter bunny
when you
itself.
were a kid, did you take the pictures back in the day with the Easter bunny and sat on its lap? And
I remember it was either me or my brother.
Yeah.
One of us wet ourselves when the Easter bunny took a picture at JCPenney's. Yeah. It was probably me. But I was eating a Chick-fil-A sandwich at the time.
Come on,
So I was just remember when Chick-fil-A used to be in the mall?
So
and it was like at Ingram
this
Mall.
was last year then.
Oh, Tammy, that is hilarious.
No, I'm just saying
That's so
Chick-fil-A
funny.
wasn't even there.
Chick-fil-A
At
was
Ingram.
there. Yes.
What year?
Oh man, it was it was in the 80s. And the sad part was I was 14 already.
Okay.
So that's
and
the
you
sad
peed
part.
your pants.
I did pee my pants.
Oh, Lord.
Because it freaked me out because it came out of nowhere and said, "Hey, you want to take a picture with Easter Bunny?" I'm like, "Ah!" You know, like cuckoo, you know what I mean? So that was my Easter Bunny story.
Okay.
But I'm sure you have a good one.
No, I was scared of certain
So you didn't
things
like them?
that. No, I just,
you do so?
I remember seeing, because I have pictures when we were kids, and these Easter bunnies were not, they were scary looking.
Yeah.
Like traumatizing for kids.
Wow.
You know, and then we were forced to take the pictures. So if any of you guys experience a bad or a good Easter bunny story, put it in the comments.
That's right. And again, we're here at Pepe's Tacos and Salsa, guys, 12820 Jones Maltzberger. Come on down. I know a lot of you folks out there, it's Good Friday, you're going to be eating fish. You're wondering, does he have anything I can eat? Yes. You got anything from enchiladas, papas con huevo, bean and cheese, tilapia. He's got shrimp dish that we showed last week.
Yes.
It's so good, so delicious. Huh? Caldo, forget it. I mean, he's got all kinds of different stuff.
For healthy, if you're eating healthy, or if you just want to eat.
Spiritual, whatever it is your thing, he's got you covered. Trust me.
He does.
You do want to make sure to come on out. And this tilapia, I'm going to tell you right now, is off the chain. It's off the chain. So
what's the worst Easter egg candy?
The worst Easter egg candy. That's a good. That came out of nowhere. I want to thank.
You know the shells.
You
no,
know,
it's not the worst. It's like they're the ones that look like the eggs, but they're kind of look like peanuts.
Look, candy corn is always going to be really bad for me.
You stop with
candy corn. I
We're not
not
friends
like.
anymore.
I can't stand candy corn. Candy corn I used to hold up the backstop of my door. I mean, this is how bad I hate candy corn. Fruitcake, I don't like that either.
No fruitcake.
Now, as far as candies, for Easter, there's all chocolate, and
But not all chocolate's the same.
But if you're diabetic, not all chocolate is the same.
No.
Some is good. Some's gonna raise it a little quicker, and some's not. Like dark chocolate for a diabetic is gold. Is awesome. Milk chocolate is gonna get me all. Hey,
hyped up.
How you doing? Oh man. Yeah, hyped up. So, but yeah, I mean, what do you think's the worst Easter candy? You know what I don't like?
I'm picky on chocolate because some
Do you
of
like
the
Peeps?
chocolate. I like Peeps, but Peeps looks like it's going to be so much more than what it is. That's the only downfall with Peeps because it looks amazing. And
I can see how Tammy just judges her men. You know, this guy looks a little less than what I expected.
Why do you have to bring a guy?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Why does it have to be like guys?
We're just talking about your Peeps.
My Peeps. Okay, I
get it.
But chocolate, like some of the cheap chocolate that you find.
Is your mom watching the show?
I don't know. Maybe.
What
does my mom have to do with anything?
Because I was going to ask her on here if you had any, phobias with Peeps.
No, I don't have phobias. No, I like Peeps, but it always looks better. Like you see it and it's all sweet. Oh, that looks just like you. Anyways, but yeah, so Peeps are always a downfall for me because it looks like it's going to be better and it's just a marshmallow with sugar on it. That's the only problem. But,
this, and it's
I love it.
It's
We're scrolling a little bit.
no, I mean you're going into your peep story,
Yeah.
you know, and
you're
I like
reading
peeps.
about guys and.
Well, no, because you said really quick. Say what you said about peeps, and tell me if this doesn't
Okay,
sound.
it looks good when you first see it, and then you bite into it, and it's not what you expected. I call that people that play roles. Don't get me started on the show.
People that play roles. Oh, that's funny. The therapist came out.
But it's really not what it is.
The therapist came
It
out.
always does.
You know, you can't help
natural
that.
for
You
me.
can't help it. I love it. I love it. So now, speaking of really quick on the therapy session part,
Yes.
I want to get more into detail about this, but you know,
Okay.
some folks have phobias about going to family get-togethers.
Yes.
My dad hates them. My dad had faked a
I
heart
don't think
attack
your dad likes
last
people.
Easter. He does not like people.
No, that's what it is.
He faked a heart attack last Easter so he could get out of being around all those people, and laughed at me while I was in the ER with him when I should have been barbecuing. Everybody was at my house.
Wow, now
He
that's
goes-
extreme.
He goes, I told you I don't like people.
That's next level commitment right there.
Then he said something else to me, something that had to do on those lines, but he has a phobia. I remember since he was younger.
Yes.
I said, Dad, how come you don't come to family get-togethers like Easter, Christmas, barbecues, all that? You know what he said? Mijo, it's because I don't have enough bail money, that's why.
He's honest.
He said, your mom's family is going to talk noise and I'm going to smack them in the mouth and I'm wind up in jail. I said, wow.
Interesting.
I don't have enough bail
So your
money.
dad gets triggered
He gets,
by everybody
he
and
gets
anybody.
triggered by air.
Yeah.
If the wind blows his way, he's mad.
Oh.
You know what's so funny about my dad? As you stay with
We
me
have
now.
to bring your dad on the show one day.
Oh, no.
I would absolutely love
My
that.
dad, I don't know what's coming out of that man's mouth.
The
Trust
ones
me.
that are upset about life, those are ones you want to hug on more and love on more. So I wish your dad would come on the show.
Okay, let me tell you how mad my dad got yesterday.
Oh goodness.
I was on San Antonio Living. I said, Dad, I'm gonna be on San Antonio Living tomorrow. Take a look. I'm gonna give you a little shout out. I'm gonna do this. The Little Rascals, right?
Yeah.
He goes, hey, mentiroso, you lied. You didn't come out on the TV. I said, yeah, I did at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock? SA Live don't start till 1. I said San Antonio Living. No, you didn't. I said, yeah, I did. He goes,
you can't fight with people like that. You
no,
can't.
especially
Don't put
my
energy
dad.
into it.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So my dad he's an interesting character. He does not, we can bring the people to him.
Yes.
And he walked last Thanksgiving, he walked out during the Cowboy game because we forgot to give him pumpkin pie. He came out of his room in his boxers and a wife beater shirt on. And he said, hey, what kind of Thanksgiving is this? Nobody gave me no pumpkin pie. What kind of Thanksgiving is this? I don't get no pumpkin pie. I'm like, my aunt was like, mira, cochino gracia, get out of here. Get with it. Hey, you shut your mouth. It's my house. And that started up. That was it. The cops came and they went Thanksgiving.
The cops came?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
My aunt wanted to charge. She thought it was indecent exposure. And my dad goes, I could walk around like this in my house. This is, I don't know if there was, it didn't matter if there's a Thanksgiving. Oh, my goodness.
Sounds like a good time. I do want to meet your dad again.
So, guys, we're going to take another, we're going to do a real quick roll call.
Yes.
And then find out. We're going to take a short break.
The Texas Weather Connection with meteorologist Robert Luna. From spring to summer, fall to winter. Stay ahead of severe weather with your meteorologist, Robert Luna.
And a perfect day to start spring break with temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees, and we are officially at the high of 88 degrees out there. I love telling people about the weather, talking about maybe the different weather patterns we get. We get into rainy patterns here in San Antonio. We get into warm patterns. We've gotten some cold weather this year. Temperatures in the 60s as we go through Tuesday.
My name is Michael Lugo. I have the Lugo Group with San Antonio Portfolio Keller Williams Heritage. So the biggest life lesson that I've learned thus far, to never take things for granted. I've been through quite a bit in my career. I've really hit rock bottom. I've failed numerous times, and I never gave up. And that's, you know, something that I've always learned and will continue to do. Through all the obstacles and adversities I've been through, I'm extremely blessed to be at where I'm today, and very grateful that I can continue helping families get into their dream homes.
Daniel has there. I don't know what's going on with this right here.
All right, guys, and we're back. You know, before, if you're just catching on right now, just tuning into the show, we've been talking about, you know, how to get rid of ingrown toenails. And I'm just kidding. No, we haven't. We're talking about Easter and how to deal with your family during Easter. What are some of the things, like, a lot of people for the most part, get along with the family.
Yes.
But there's some conversations like politics,
yes,
religion, all that you got to stay away from, right?
Yes.
That's the norm. What is it like? This happens a lot. I have an uncle and I have an aunt that will come on and say stuff like, Trump's a moron, and that's it. That starts all kinds of stuff. Okay. Like all the other family jump in. Well, what's up? And I know this from fact. This was just on a Facebook post.
Yeah.
Someone said, you know, he's a moron. Then my other aunt said, well, how's the new president working out for you? If you can tell him where he's at. So, I mean, they just keep going back and forth. And it's just like, oh, my goodness. And you're just kind of like, hey, and then there was Jesus, you know, Jesus on Easter, you know, just throwing it out there, you know, and then they go, get Cleto and his monk self out of this conversation. And that's how it's been going. So how do you deal with family like that?
First of all, it's like a preparation. Maybe the week, month before. It's not even, especially if you have a family that's triggering you, it's just one of those things. You better have a plan B. You better be ready, understand that everybody's going to have a perspective, and you are going to have the conversations about religion. You are going to have the conversations about Trump.
Well, you would think religion play a role in it since it's Holy Week.
Yeah, but
you would think.
And then you add in the mix of people drinking and
that's where it
being
goes
under
wrong.
the influence, and that's where it goes wrong.
Yes.
So don't be so reactive. If you're going to be reactive, expect yourself and your holiday to possibly be ruined.
You hear that, Nathaniel? Don't be reactive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to help those folks out, and you know, if you are nervous about going to family get-togethers, I used to be that way because.
Why are you nervous about going?
You know why? It never failed. It was not holidays. It was get-togethers. And correct me, for those of you that know my family, that are part of my family, there's my mom's side.
Yes.
Then there's my dad's side. My dad's side, when growing up, it used to be like this. My dad and my uncle would play 45s. My aunts would be inside talking to my grandmother. My grandfather would probably be out playing poker somewhere. And then we'd be barbecuing, and we'd get together at grandma's house.
Okay.
All of a sudden, we hear out of nowhere, I never liked your mom. And that was it. That was it. That was the start of it. And next thing you know it, the cops are there. We're not talking. By Wednesday, they kiss and make up. By Sunday, we're back together again.
Okay, and that's like
it's a routine.
80% of families out there.
Yes.
Maybe even more.
So I'm not the only one.
You're not the only one. And you really know what to expect. So when are y'all going to do something different to get a different outcome? Y'all like that kind of drama in your family, period. Y'all live for it.
Okay, no, I was a kid.
It doesn't matter.
And I had to go where I was told to go. And we didn't have a car. So my mom would say, come on, we're going. And my aunt would drop us off, pick us up, drop us off. Hell, we didn't even know we're going to get a ride back because they argued so much. But the one thing I realized is that I knew growing up, when I got my family, I was not going to put my kids around all that.
Yeah, I get it.
You learn from it.
So you broke a cycle.
I broke a cycle.
Good for you.
It stopped with me. The buck stops here.
Yes, and then you became the weirdo. It's like, what's wrong with Cleto?
I became the weirdo.
I'm the weirdo.
I'll tell you when I became a weirdo.
Yeah.
Is when I became a Christian. That's when I became the weirdo. Yeah, and you know, but it's not a choice.
It's not a weirdo. It's all perspective. That's opinion.
That's true.
Yeah, everybody's going to have it, and you have to accept that.
You know, yes, you're absolutely right. I think you're right. Matter of fact, I know you're right.
Yeah.
And you know you're right. So, so it's kind of interesting because my brother and I, we would like debate, like sometimes, do we want to go? And because they get in arguments, and we have to see it. And
but sometimes you do put that boundary in, and you don't go, and you start your own family tradition and start on your family only, and whoever chooses to come, you got to be willing to say, if they're acting up, to leave. It's boundaries. Otherwise, you are going to...
It's about a respect thing, right?
Yes and
respect
no.
The home.
Yes and no, because if you don't stop it, you're going to be an enabler, period. And you're going to allow the behavior, and it's going to ruin your kids' holidays. So it is your home, and you have to say so. All of us do.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Let's do another roll call real quick.
Okay.
Find out what these peeps are saying. Wow, that's interesting.
Which part?
The
Rory
reaction
Ann,
part.
good morning.
Rory Ann. Hey, hi. Rory Ann, I've been sending you messages. I don't know if you're getting them or not because there's some kind of new deal here. But glad you jumped on here. Hey, Maite's in the house.
What's going on?
You got to press this. I mean, here. Click here.
There we go. You think?
There it is. So, anyway, guys, you got them, Nathaniel?
You know, playing. Lots of cards. Yeah.
I would make them laugh, and then that was it. I knew I was onto something. I knew I couldn't be a mariachi because I couldn't sing, and I couldn't play anything.
Did you try?
No, because I wasn't chubby enough.
Oh, Lord.
But,
goodness.
You know, you don't happen to be dating a mariachi now, are you?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Should I be?
No, you know, Antonio Banderas. No. Wait, not yet. Oh, they call me Puss in Boots.
There you
Happy
go.
Easter, everybody.
That's an option.
So, anywho, but yeah, thank you guys. One of the things that I've noticed is that, you know, like for instance, I'm doing something different this year. I'm actually waking up for sunrise service.
Okay.
I always say I'm going to go, and I never do.
Okay.
Because
Why different this year?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I've been serving more.
Okay.
And plus they asked me if I would do it. And I said, sure.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I realize how much, see, everybody, you know, I've reflected during this Holy Week. And something I realize is that, you know, there's men out here that go on a daily basis that are just ministering to people left and right. And I got like for instance, just a couple on here, Leo Garza, Jesse Ovalle, these guys I admire so much because they that's their calling. That's what they do. They're consistent, persistent, discipline. But they understand how to do it. I mean, they do it in a way where it's you know, people don't feel so and I don't want to undermine what they're doing because they're doing a great, fantastic job. But it just made me reflect. Were you trying to force it on someone? Yeah, and it
people do not like that.
No, they don't do that. They don't like that. And one of the things is that, but it's like there comes a moment where you tell folks just from what you know and what you believe, and that being the Word of God, and it's sometimes going to be something they don't want to hear.
Yes, but we need to hear.
Or something they need to hear.
Yes.
And I've been on both sides of that coin.
Me too.
I've been to where I didn't want to hear it, and I've been to the point where I was so glad to hear it. Because when I heard it, I needed to hear it. And that's a moment where, people, like I said, as I was reflecting this week, I was just kind of realizing, some are called to preach, some are called to heal, some are called to encourage, some are called to serve.
And I do all of them.
Yeah, and that's part of your gig as a therapist, as a comedian. I supply the gift of laughter.
Yes.
I try to.
But you do it all in your own way too.
And I do it my own way as well. And I perform at the same act that I would do at a church is the same act I'll do at a bar.
Yes.
And they won't even know it. And they're like, wow, this guy. I had my biggest compliment one time was this guy came up to me, goes, hey man, levantaste, almost peed in my pants. I go, hey, but did you and he goes, hey, you kept waiting for you to say a bad word, man. I go, yeah. I go, but did you laugh? He goes, I almost peed in my pants. He said, then I did my job.
There you go.
And that was the best comment. To me, I like to think that I am an encourager. It's just lifting people up. I just don't like to see them down. And I bring that up to say, you're not alone, guys. And being a therapist, this is one of the things that you're going through something, whether it be a trial, a storm, issue, whatever you want to call it.
Opportunity and blessing.
You're going through it.
Yes.
And you don't realize sometimes, as bad as it looks, it could be a blessing.
Yes.
Maybe not to you, but to someone else. I had somebody, my sister.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, true testimony. She told me 2 days was having a rough time. And she said she was so inspired by your posts.
Which
and
one?
All of them. That it gets her out of bed and takes her eyes off of what her problems are.
Yeah.
And just gets her on her knees praying for you, because your strength, believe it or not, it carries over. And that's what I'm talking about. Wednesday, I was on here talking about, I was literally sharing my testimony, so telling how I came to know Christ and my relationship with him and what Holy Week means to me.
Yes.
And I tell you what, I was losing numbers by they were just going down, 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 and I did not budge. Not that I didn't care. It's just that it was something, that moment that was just, there's somebody out there that is like hurting and saying, you know what? I'm going through that same thing.
Yes.
Cleto went through that same thing.
And that's what I try to share whenever I share my story, the good and the bad of it. Because there is good and there's a lot of bad. But I do see it as a blessing that is happening. Even most people won't see it that way, but
and everybody has a story.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody has a story. Nobody's story is bigger or better than the next one. I
agree.
And it's just a matter of how you perceive it, how you attack it, how you deal with it. And for me, it's just, like I said, I was reflecting this week on Holy Week and how I could be a better person, better dad, better husband, better friend, better, something. And, again, if you did the same thing this week, let us know. Or if you just, you know what, hey, Clip, I'm going through a rough time, private message me and I'll pray with you.
Yes.
I'll pray for you.
Yeah.
Again, hook us up. We're here. And again, you're looking at somebody that is not perfect by any means of the imagination. Not perfect. None of us. But I knew somebody that came into my life 25 years ago when I was at my worst and got me out of this pit and said, you know what? You are precious and you are loved. And then when I felt that, I said, nah, I get it. So when we come back, guys, we're going to have a little bit of the
Innocent people are unexpectedly injured. You are not alone. One man has made it his mission to fight for you. With millions recovered for his clients and over 20 years' experience handling injury cases, he'll ride with you till the end. If you or a loved one have been injured in a motor vehicle crash or on the job, Marco Crawford Law is the firm you want to choose.
Hey, okay.
Good time.
All right, guys, and we're back. Hey, I don't know if you ever did this when you were younger, but they would put money in an egg.
Golden egg.
The golden egg, right?
Yes.
So you had the golden egg, and
Yes.
I remember we put money in it. And I remember one time my uncle, he goes, "Hey," it was his house.
Yes.
And he goes, "Hey, before I heard you found the golden egg," and I go, "Yeah, well, there was actually a check in there."
Yes.
Or I go, "How much was it for?" He goes, "For $20." He goes, "Okay, well, make sure you don't catch that till after the 17th.
Oh, goodness.
I'm like, "What? After the 17th?"
Everybody
Yeah.
knows that
After the
family
17th.
member.
Easter, today's the 7th. Yeah, but I'm going to make sure it's in there.
Oh,
If the money's going to be in there. So on the 17th, check it out.
Hey, I've always been the cool aunt with, like, because we have older kids now in our family, and I take like $1,000 and stuff them in some eggs.
What?
For my nieces and nephews. So I've always
I'm
been
going
that
to
cool
your
aunt.
Easter egg.
Yes, and it just put money in there because the kids are older now, and that's what they want.
You know what?
And they go to town and they get good gifts.
Our kids, we put IOUs in the Easter eggs.
My.
IOUs, like I
on.
owe you 10 cents.
I get a bill.
Oh my!
Matter of fact,
You owe me.
my kid got an invoice last year.
Oh goodness! I make it fun, especially for my teenage nieces and nephews, because I do give them candy and all that, but I stuff it with some cash. You should know. You know the way I am.
You know what? This
I'm
is
a
the
giver.
most giving person I ever met in my life, and she makes you like I don't know how she does it, but she understands and she knows, like, hey, this person needs it. This person is like, I mean, giving.
If you have it, give it, and don't ever expect anything back. That's not why we give.
What?
Don't expect anything back.
Okay,
When
see,
you
now
give
we're
to
not friends no
somebody,
more. You know what I mean?
when you give to somebody, I give without expecting anything back.
Yeah. I'm going to her next Easter egg hunt because she's giving out $1,000. I'm over there giving out HEB Buddy Bucks.
Split it.
I'm giving out HEB Buddy Bucks on mine.
Okay, that's a good idea. I'll think about that.
Yeah, hey, save you some money. I'm just saying. Do you even like these kids?
Yes, they're my nieces and nephews, and
All right.
yeah, I'm the fun aunt.
You're the fun aunt?
I'm the fun aunt for sure.
Oh, I'm sure. So you're the fun aunt. I got
I'm the
you.
fun aunt. Yeah, and during Christmas it's the same thing. Everybody gets a gift. Everybody. So yeah.
Nice. Well, I tell you, before we were going to commercial break, we were talking about how we're reflecting on Holy Week this week. You know, the one thing you got to really understand, guys, is things get better. And if you can't, the whole purpose of this week is the fact that, there was a man who rode in on a donkey, and as humble as it could be, and then wind up not being so good at the end of the week for him, and wind up, having to answer a call for all of us. And that's the one thing that for myself has been an ongoing thing, to where each day is a challenge to be that person. And the most thing is that you don't have to worry about it. It's already been done. It's just a matter of receiving that gift, which is him himself, into your life. And that was what happened to me 25 years ago. And I never looked back since. Have I fallen? Yes. Have I slipped? Yes. It just happened.
Space and grace.
Yeah, space and grace. I love that. Space and grace. So I love that. And one of the things that keeps you going is the fact that you're never alone after that decision. I've never been alone after that, and I have been able to lean on him more than ever. And I bring this up to say there is hope no matter what you're going through in life. Or if you got it made and you're having the best season of your life, then you know what? You are blessed and you're highly favored. And man, I tell you what, that's awesome. You're in a good spot. Or even if you don't know, if you've tried everything under the sun but him, you know what? Give it a shot. Let him take the wheel for a minute and see what happens. Just sit back, relax, and watch him work.
And it's very important to know who are we surrounding ourselves with, like who's in our circle, because that is going to determine like where you go and your mindset and all the above.
Yeah.
So yes.
One of the true things I really enjoy is the fact that ever since I started this new prayer, and it was kind of like, Lord, let me see them the way you see them. Let me love them the way you love them. Let me forgive them the way you forgive them.
No judgment.
No judgment on this.
Understanding.
I mean, you just, the way you are. It's like he says, come as you are.
Yes.
And that's it. I mean,
meet people where they're at too.
I mean, if you got a heavy heart, like I was telling my dad the other day, we were reflecting together on some things.
Yeah.
He had a lot of animosity and resentment toward his parents.
Yes.
And we had to break that off.
A lot of people have that.
Yeah.
That's that unprocessed trauma.
And that's just such a heavy weight and burden to carry for somebody to have that towards your parents.
But it wasn't even your fault either. And you, as an adult, carry that in, and your kids feel it, your wife feels it, all of it.
It trickles down.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's that when you're going through something and you keep going through and going through, there's a core root of the problem.
Yes.
And that core root could be it could go as far as back as that little boy or little girl inside of you.
Good enough.
That was not good enough.
Yes.
That was avoided. That was neglected. Unheard.
Yes.
That just whatever the situation may be. This is the week and the time to go ahead and say, you know what? I'm ready to clean that slate.
Forgiveness.
I'm ready to give that a shot.
Yes.
And say, you know what, Lord, I don't know how to do this. And if you're there, hook me up. That's what I said years ago. And ask him. And again, he'll put people in your path to help you along the way.
Yep. We all meet for a reason.
You don't have no idea how many times I called Tammy and said, Tammy, you got to help me out. Your brother over here dying. He's sinking.
Yes.
And
I come in to save you every single time.
She'll come out and she'll say some stuff that just makes so much sense. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. And then, so again, there is hope, guys. And as you celebrate, tomorrow or Sunday, whenever it is you celebrate, not everyone's like us. We celebrate on Sunday. Just remember, there's so much to be thankful for.
BRAC started in February.
Yeah. People are there right now.
Yes.
So, again, enjoy yourselves, be safe, and understand that you are loved and you're cared for. And it's happy Resurrection Sunday to a lot of folks out there, and happy Easter to a lot of you folks out there. Let me tell you, I got to recap this week. Monday, we were with Tammy at Mi Familia, and want to let you know about Eagles Flight again one more time. They have their Hilarity Help show come April 13th. Want you to come on out, be part of that. Get your tickets right now. They're about to sell out.
Yes, we're all going to be there.
We're all going to be there.
It's going to be a fun time for a great mission.
You can take your picture with Tammy over there, and she'll be signing autographs, kissing babies, all that kind of stuff.
All that fun stuff.
That's it. And then also, Vanessa's going to be back. Vanessa's going to also have her own segments coming on where she's not available. So we're looking forward to that, along with Cruising with Cleto. Cruising with Cleto.
Ooh, I like that.
Cruising with Cleto. I know you would. It'd
be a whole nother show. It would be a whole other show.
Nathaniel, my producer, put Cursing with Cleto next week. I'm like, what?
Oh my.
It's
That would be a good show.
Yeah, that's Alamo Heights right there.
There you go.
Was it Alamo Heights? Yeah, okay.
Cruising in Alamo Heights. God, they have beautiful homes.
Oh. Huh? Yeah.
No.
Cruising in 09.
Well, driving the Maserati.
Cruising with the 09ers.
We'll fit in there.
You know what? I went to a thing at Alamo Heights not too long ago.
Yeah.
And man, there was more Mexicans there than anything else.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, okay. Anyway, so also we're going to be having Cruising with Cleto coming out, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And we got a brand new sponsor, Dominion Med Spa. I want to thank Madonna for coming on yesterday, and we're going to be doing all kinds of different things with Dominion Med Spa. You need any lip fillers, or
do I look like I need bigger lips?
No, you don't. No,
they're natural.
yeah. No, babe, I don't need anything. I'm good. Thanks, kid. You stick to that.
You were putting out flaws on me today.
I
wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why. It started out that way.
Interesting.
Let's go ahead and do one more roll call before we go and let off. But again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and being a blessing to us. We really appreciate it. And,
Gina, I love you too. Thank you so much.
What did she say?
I love Tammy. Her spirit is beautiful.
I've been here the whole hour and not one, Tammy's spirit is the only thing we got out of it.
Oh,
Okay,
my.
I gotcha.
Good energy.
Boy, that's some good energy right there.
There.
Yeah, good energy, boy. I tell you what. Yeah, I like your hat.
Yeah.
I like your hat.
I like your
You're
hat.
all right with me. You know what?
I love it. I love it.
So, anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And was that the one?
Yeah, the last one on here because we've not taken
Oh, let's see here. Who's that right there?
she's laughing because
Oh, yeah.
you're hating on her because she loves my
I
spirit.
know. She loves your spirit. Yeah. I mean, I'll get, can I get some love here? That's all.
Get some love. Cleto's feeling left out.
Yeah. You know what? You know, my kids told me the other day, Dad, you look just like Danny DeVito. I said, you know what? You're no Christmas for you ever again. No Christmas for
What's wrong
you.
with Danny DeVito?
You did not just say that,
What's
did
wrong
you?
with that? I did just say that.
Do you think he's hot?
I think he's hot. He's Danny DeVito.
Again, do you think
Kinda
he's hot? He's kind of hot. Look at Tammy. Tammy's, you know what, Tammy? I'm starting to understand something.
He's kind of hot. What was he with him? Remember that?
Oh my God!
Remember
Yes,
that?
I do remember that. I think with
hot.
him.
Anyways,
All right,
girls thought he
guys.
was hot too.
You know, I
Tough
think we
perspective.
should probably leave on that note right there because my side hurts from talking.
Oh,
I don't know what it
my.
is, but ever since like COVID, you know, it's got like I talk like even when I do stand up,
Yeah.
you know, it's like it just hurts right here. But anyway, guys, well, thank you so much for tuning in this week. You guys have been fabulous. You've been awesome. Have a wonderful and safe
Happy
Easter. Appreciate you
Easter.
tuning in. Have a wonderful Good Friday.
Don't react. It's not worth
Don't
it.
react. Just walk away and get more ribs. All right.